Guess who's coming to dinner? Hello there, Alan here. Right, we have some other fish that have turned up this morning. There's an old lady that lives down my road. Her son has moved out and they couldn't take the fish tank with them. Luckily for me it was a spec and it only had these guys in there, which I believe are Silvertip tetras. Not really overly happy about putting them in this tank. It can get a little bit nippy, but there are other bigger fish in there, so in theory they shouldn't really get too grumpy. They will be friends with the rummy nose, and being the small variant of the fish in here, the only thing I can see, I've actually got 3 sets of tetras in here now, which wasn't the original plan. As you know, it was to go through the dwarf cichlid, but these aren't going to be here forever. As you know, I am trying to convert a plastic shed into a fish room of sorts. I've ordered the lagging, which the installation is going to be done by silver foil, bubble wrap and soundproofing, which I was going to use on the tanks anyway. I've also ordered some special glue which has a thermal barrier to it, so that'll be interesting. Now I've got to move everything out of the shed that I put everything in, so that's a bit of a pain. And I still believe that I've lost one of the dwarf cichlids. Haven't seen it now for about 3 days. As you know, I spend quite a lot of time in front of these, which is a bit annoying. These guys are quite good, and I don't understand where they've gone. It's the partners to that one. I did have some issues with lovely timing, cuckoo. I did have some issues with the temperature in here. I've got 3 different temperature gauges running on this one, and I do swap them out of the tanks just to make sure. And the original tank, I'm not sure this is perfectly accurate, because that says 24.5, yet my digital one says 27. And if I show you what I mean, yeah, we'll put this one in. Let me turn this one on. Alright, let me put this one in. We'll leave it while we're videoing, and I'll show you what I mean. Because it's quite annoying that if this is the case, how accurate are we doing it? I mean, there shouldn't be a lot of difference between these sort of temperatures, in my opinion anyway, because you know you're dealing with it on a daily basis, these issues. So hang on, I'm doing this one-handed, which is not ideal, is it really? So here we go, it's swinging, and as you can see, no, you can't really see, can you? Oh, we'll have a look in a minute at that. But so I don't understand where they've gone. Now I did notice, if you look at Darth Vader's head, you see it? Can you see that fish in there? It seems they've used the smallest they can, and it keeps swinging out, so there is a fish in there. So that was quite interesting. Now let's have a look at the temperature now. Hang on, let me just check that. Bear with me. Here we go. As you can see, where it's actually upside down, it says over 28 degrees, so I don't know how accurate these things are, but anyway. Also, the next step that I want to do, I want your ideas on these tetras. I believe that they fit in with the actual chemistry of this tank, but not sickness. You know, I mean, they do like plants, even though their natural habitat is kind of plant void. And we'll be giving this a bit of a trim today, actually. I'm going to be doing a little trim on this. Inubius is doing quite well. She actually sprouted from there, from over to there, so that's quite cool. Got to get rid of the debris. But it's a shame, because this little fella here, he's kind of lost his mate, which is a bit gutting. And I can't find where it is, so I'm pretty sure my Amanos would have took care of the carcass if there was a carcass, you know. And obviously I don't know if it's the male or the female. I did do a bit of research. It's quite sketchy on these actually. I don't know if it's just the UK that has an issue with dwarf cichlids. My local fishery, my Maidenhead Aquatics in Zion Park, was shut down, so they've moved everything to Austerley. So I will be starting another marine tank, which is handy really for me, which I'll probably be doing in the shed as well. But yeah, these guys, they're quite a good looking fish. You know, they're not, you know, I like the rummy nose. I think the rummy nose are fantastic, and they shoal together. You know, they do a lot for the aesthetics of this tank. The rainbows do a lot of aesthetics. I'm not sure about these fellas. They're quaint. I think the word is quaint. There you go. Well, it was just a little update, let you know the other fish have turned up. And also, we've got some other stuff going on with this tank. One of the plants I got, which I normally quarantine my plants as well. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to do it with this one. And it had some ram horn snails in there, which isn't a problem. You know, it doesn't bother me having snails in a tank. Look at this little fella. Look. I think these little shrimp, I've never been a shrimp keeper to be fair, but they're quite addictive, aren't they? There we go, look, there's one in there as well. It's starting to get colour, this one is, so I want to see how they turn out as well. Be quite interesting to see. Right, the next thing I'll be doing, I've ordered some moving bed filters from China. Relatively cheap, might flog them out for about 15 quid with media, which is probably close to half price to the ones we get here. You know the ones I mean, the green ones with the K1 in them. Only I'm going to be doing something a bit different with mine. I'm going to try some experiments before I flog them out. Also, I'm looking at trickle filters. I've got a sump with this, not with this tank, but with my big tank, which is in the other house that I'm going to be having a look at, because I've got some things I want to do with that. Alright guys, just a quickie. Thanks for watching. Take care. Just an update. It's Alan here. There he is. The fish that I thought was gone has returned. So I'm quite chuffed with that. I thought we'd lost him. As you can clearly see, he's right there. So that I'm happy about. Just done a water change. Got rid of a lot of that stuff there that's around the base of that. The detritus gets in there so badly. I've just made up a water polisher, so I'm just going to quickly do that. And Anubius at the back there, look at that. It's gone crazy, which is good. Plenty of nitrites and nitrates. See, nitrites turn into nitrates. Nitrates you normally get rid of either through filtering using anaerobic bacteria, or your plants are going to eat it. Nitrogen gas normally, by the way. But look, you can see the sprig is actually getting a lot bigger on that now. But I am so chuffed. I thought we'd lost the fella, yeah, but now he's back. So there you have it. This is so cool. Thanks a lot guys.